Today, we're diving deep into something that shakes us all to our core. Cartoon heroes that really aren't heroes at all. You know, the characters you think are supposed to save the day, but end up causing more problems than they solve. Honestly, how are they even in the hero business? It's a mystery that even Scooby-Doo couldn't crack. Not that he'd try, but more on that later.
Third level, lots of luck. What? Like what did you say, Scoob?
So yeah, stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and maybe, just maybe, I've hidden a free pizza code somewhere in this video. Okay, time to roast some heroes. Let's kick things off with Johnny Bravo. Seriously, if you consider Johnny Bravo a hero, I have some serious questions about what planet you're living on. He's literally the walking definition of failure, and yet somehow we've lumped him in with the heroes category. But let's be real. What has Johnny ever accomplished? Exactly. Nothing. This is a guy whose sole mission in life is to impress women. But instead of doing heroic deeds like rescuing a cat from a tree or rushing into a burning building, he's out here constantly embarrassing himself. Remember that one time he tried to stop a fire, and all he did was cry enough to flood the whole block? Bro, how sad can you be? And let's talk about his massive ego. He literally worships himself like he's a god. Every time Johnny walks past a mirror, he stares at his reflection longer than a cat mesmerized by a laser pointer.
Who's that handsome guy? Hello, 911 emergency. There's a handsome guy in my house. Oh, wait a second, cancel that.
Spoiler alert. No one else cares, Johnny. His heroic acts are just excuses to flex and pose, not actually save anyone. Johnny, we get it. You've got muscles. You've got an Elvis haircut. But that doesn't make you a hero. It makes you a walking disaster in tight jeans. Now, let's talk about one of the most beloved duos in cartoon history, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. Yeah, I know they're iconic, they're part of your childhood memories. But let's be honest, these two have no idea what they're doing. They're supposed to be mystery solvers, but the only mystery they've ever solved is how they managed to eat that much food without choking. Every episode goes the same way. Scooby and Shaggy see a monster, scream like toddlers at a horror movie, and run away like they're being chased by the IRS. The idea that they're heroes is laughable.
Nice save, Scoob. What's your next move? Sorry I asked.
When they're not busy having panic attacks, they're probably off munching on some mystery substances, if you catch my drift. But hold on, let's do some quick math. Batman is a detective. Batman stops villains. Batman is a superhero. Scooby-Doo is also a detective. Scooby stops villains. So, Scooby-Doo is a superhero. Look, the math checks out. But sorry, Scoob, I'm not buying it. Even with that crazy logic, we can't ignore the fact that you're not a hero, but more like a scared dog accidentally solving crimes while trying to score your next snack. Next up, Homer Simpson. Man, where do I even begin with this guy? Homer Simpson might just be the most accidental hero of all time. He has no idea what he's doing, yet somehow he saves the day. Somehow. This is a man who can barely keep his job at a nuclear power plant, let alone be considered a hero. And yet, for some bizarre reason, people see him that way. But ask yourself, how many times has he almost destroyed Springfield? There was that one time he literally caused a nuclear meltdown because he fell asleep at the control panel. Let that sink in. This guy, who can't even press a button without messing it up, is supposed to be the hero of the show, and you know what? He never learns from his mistakes. Homer keeps making the same dumb decisions over and over, like he's living in his own cartoon version of Groundhog Day. And then there's his family. Homer puts his family in danger constantly. Whether it's Bart accidentally getting launched into space, or Maggie being left in the car again, Homer is a disaster of a dad. But because he somehow saves the day, usually through pure stupidity, people give him some kind of hero status. Homer, Buddy, Just put down the donuts and try not to cause any more disasters.
Ow! Oh, my... Oh, okay, Maggie. Put it down. Ow! Okay, now, put it down. Oh! Okay, that's quite enough. It's not funny anymore.
Now, let's move on to another icon of our childhoods, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. Yeah, he's got millions of fans, and he's supposedly the greatest Pokemon trainer ever. But let's pause for a second. Ash has been 10 years old for over 20 years, and is still trying to become a champion. Dude, when are you going to give up? He's lost so many times he's practically become a walking meme. Every season starts the same way. Ash shows up in a new region with a fresh batch of Pokemon, as if he didn't learn anything from his past failures. Seriously, why does he keep sending out level 100 Pikachu against a level 5 Caterpie? It's like he doesn't have a strategy at all. The only reason he ever wins battles is because of his plot armor. Pikachu should have retired to a nursing home for elderly Pokemon by now. Oh, and Ash, learn how to read a map. Every time he enters a new region, he gets lost. Every single time. How hard is it to just open up Google Maps or use a Pokénav? Ash has no sense of direction and even less sense when it comes to battles. He keeps making the same mistakes, season after season. And finally, we've got Jerry. Everyone thinks Jerry's the hero because he always wins against Tom. But let's get real. Jerry is a bully. He's literally making Tom's life a living nightmare, just for the fun of it. Half the time, Tom's not even doing anything wrong. He's just trying to chill. But Jerry? Nope. Jerry's out here ruining his life just because he can. Remember that one episode where Tom was just trying to take a nap and Jerry decided to light candles all around him to freak him out? What kind of hero does that? Jerry's not a hero. He's a chaotic, manipulative little mouse who enjoys watching others suffer. But because he's small and cute, people see him as the hero. Newsflash. The real hero here is Tom, who's just trying to defend his home from this rodent menace. So there you have it. A thorough breakdown of the worst cartoon heroes of all time. From Johnny Mirror Selfie, Bravo, to Ash Eternal Loser Ketchum. And let's not forget Jerry the Bully. How these characters ever got labeled as heroes is beyond me. Do you have more cartoon heroes you can't stand? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do a part 2 and roast them even harder. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for more of this animated chaos. Thanks for watching, and remember, you're the real heroes here. Except for Jerry. He can trip on the stairs.